Welcome back, everybody. My name is Uhfgood. I'm making a game, and we're in a story. We're in a story section. A story. What should I call these, anyways? You know, they're chunks. They're that I'm going to devote to a particular aspect of making the game here. So, what should I call this? Should I call it like a story chunk or a story day? I could say story day. I'm not sure if I'm not going to actually do even more videos per day.
Ooh,
or more
sinister. Sounds very sinister.
Time or however you want to say it. So,
found my copy of the history of the fairy wars. Interesting stuff.
Maybe two hours a day. Of course, what that means is
yes, the Vespa.
I don't know. Yeah.
They're an abomination created
The
by
stories,
the evil Lord Sinister during the
I can't say
war.
day, right?
They're
Because
purely
who
evil
knows? Maybe in the
Evil
far-flung
creatures of
future,
evil for the purpose
I
of evil.
upload all
Oh,
6
yes. There's a
chunks or
council that look
hours
like angry
of
wasps
video
crossed with fairy
per
food
day.
that Lord Sinister
And I know it
created
sounds
by
like a lot,
infusing the
but
blood of
really all
fairy
it means
with that of other
is
creatures. Luckily,
what
they've
I
not
would
been
normally
seen
be
since the
doing,
end of
which
the
is
Great
creating
War a century
creating
ago.
those videos,
Do you represent the
and
lollipop
then
guild?
uploading them for the next day. It won't be really any extra work. Exactly. But in any case, we're gonna say we're still in story hour, right? Okay, so I should just call it story hour, coding hour.
Ooh, there's a
you
hint.
know.
Hint.
You start to move
What
towards
is that
the
beeping?
nearest stack of books.
Nothing to
Oh, I
see
know
in
what that
those
beeping
books.
is.
I'm working at
think.
shelving them again, but I
I think
never
that's
seem
pressure,
to find the time.
the electric pressure cooker.
That's very kind of you, Finn,
Um,
but I have a system, so it would be easy
Okay,
to
so,
do myself.
Okay, let's go back.
I will do that.
I'm supposed to actually make lunch today, but I
Another challenger.
still need my time until
Good.
about 10:30.
Okay, crazy guy.
So,
Sorry, I can't.
I'm just
I
gonna,
can assist
you
if
know,
come across something you've not
I might
seen
be running
before.
out of here
There should
sometime
be
or
a book
whatever.
in here
It doesn't
about
matter.
but
It doesn't matter. It
otherwise
doesn't
you're
matter.
on your own.
That's good to know.
Pardon me.
So we're actually on number
Think that you
3,
might want to have a look at some of
and
the
I
books
need
in
to
here.
actually
There's
get
an open
to.
book on the desk upstairs, the Book of the Fairies, which will tell you
Oh,
all
you
about
know
the
what?
realm if you need it.
Dang.
Thank you very much. I certainly appreciate it. Who are you?
I'm
are
Elda,
you?
the librarian of this magnificent library.
That's what a librarian would be.
I don't.
A librarian?
Okay,
A
so
library.
here, let
What's
me
with all the
mute
folks
this.
laying around?
Normally I would redo these videos just so that the audio for this wasn't in there, and I didn't realize. So I'm talking over the audio, and maybe it's confusing or hard to listen to me or whatever. I don't know if I'm louder or not quite as loud. Maybe I'll have to listen to the replay. Of course, I didn't really mean to do that, but I'm not going to restart because I would be out of time right now. So, okay. So, anyways, let's go back to our deal here, right? Okay. So, dwarves. They are one of the little people. And of course, I want to make a distinction between real little people. I know some of them probably don't like to be called dwarves and midgets, because I always thought a midget was technically something that's proportionately smaller. Like, they can only grow to a certain height, and their proportions are normal, and that like dwarves people are people that would normally grow full size, but because of some genetic thing, they're dwarfed essentially. And I'm not meaning this in any kind of mean way. I'm not trying to be prejudiced against them, or I'm not trying to say call them any kind of mean thing or anything like that. I'm just saying that I always thought for real, dwarfed people were, for lack of a better description, were essentially people that normally would be full size, but they're short. And okay, now you might be going, you're discriminating, or you're blah blah blah, or no, they're all the same, or whatever. But if you notice on certain, I'll just say on actors, because I haven't had experience with actual little people. But if you notice on certain like movies, if you notice Warwick Davis, right, from, he's in the Harry Potter. He was Willow in the movie Willow, which I take my name from. He was in. He actually played Wicket in The Return of the Jedi when he was a youngster, and if you look at him and you look at his hands are full size, like a regular full size person's hand. And if you look at another type of little person, they'll have kind of shorter, stubbier hands. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be, forgive me if I'm trying, this offends somebody, because I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying. I kind of went off on this tangent because of dwarves and gnomes in my thing. Okay, so when I say little people in my story, I just mean the creatures or characters that are smaller than like regular humans, or smaller than humans. I'm not gonna say regular humans. I'm not trying to demean anybody here. Okay. So that's just what I was saying. The thing about like midgets and dwarves, and I won't call you a midget or a dwarf if you're a little person. Supposedly you like to be called little people, and I don't have a problem with that. And I'll if I ever talk to you to your face, or if I'm speaking about you, I'll say little people. So don't think I'm trying to be, I'm not trying to be mean or politically incorrect or whatever on purpose. Anyways, to differentiate little people, real little people, versus my game. Okay, so one of the little people in my game, fantasy characters, not referencing actual humans that like to be called that. Okay, just so we're on the page. So dwarves and gnomes are little people in my game, in the fantasy. You also heard leprechauns referred to as little people. So just in fantasy context, okay? I'm just trying to be above board, and I'm not trying to be mean or offensive or defamatory or anything like that. Okay, just so that we know that. Okay, so one of the little people of Enchanted Lands. They're usually they're the taller of the two. I wonder how come to interesting. Let's do that. Okay, the taller of the two races. They average about 5 foot at the tallest. Okay, so dwarves are actually can actually be about the size of humans, really, but not tall humans. At the tallest, right? Okay, and they're usually happy and nice to people, and you can help them mine for precious jewels when you take your holiday here. We'll say take your vacation here. Okay. Now, gnomes, these second kind of little people in enchanted lands, usually about 4 foot tall. Here, let's see. Most of the time they're fat. I'm going back to the dwarves. They're generally fatter. Gnomes are smaller and generally thinner. Okay. And normally thinner than dwarves. They have a mean disposition and are greedy. And again, I'm not trying to say that smaller people are greedier or whatever. Okay, this is the way I pictured it. I pictured garden gnomes, and Barty the gnome is evil, is a henchman, and for Max, and he's actually the king of the gnomes. And so, okay, so dwarves are usually the good ones, and gnomes are usually the mean ones. Okay, so, and then of course we got humans, and the humans are kind of self-explanatory. Maybe I'll write something for that. Any case, we come to the end of this video, and then let's see, what are we on right now? Are we on still number 3? Yes, we're on number 3, and then next will be number 4. I'll go ahead and I'll see you in the next video.